Are you anything like me and have a first aid kit, but it looks like this? So I've got everything in here that I might need. And with Mum living here, she has really thin skin. So even at the slightest knock, I need to sometimes plaster and do things and make sure and put steri strips on and make sure that she's okay. But I always have to rummage through all this. I've even got a foil blanket, look. But I have to rummage through all this to find what I need. So what I thought I would do is make a nice first aid kit using this Victoria tin that used to have biscuits in. First thing I'm going to do is take all the tape off. Now I could just stick everything in here, but how disappointing is that when you go to someone's house and you see a biscuit tin and you think, oh, they're going to offer me a lovely biscuit, and it ends up being a sewing kit or a first aid kit. So I don't want that. And also, I want it to look a bit nicer. So I'm going to decorate it. And then I'm going to divide it all up. And then once it's all divided up, I can then put all my bits in there nice and neat. And I can grab them whenever I need them. First thing I'm going to do is take all this tape off from around the outside. I don't need this on here. And that's only going to get in the way. And if that doesn't come off easily, then I'll use a blade and take it off or soak it in something to get all that off. No, it seems to be coming off really easily. And before I do anything else to this, what I'm going to do is go round, because that tape had been on there such a long time, it's left it really sticky. So I'm going round with some 99% alcohol to get rid of all that stickiness. And I'm also going to go round the whole thing with a cleaning cloth and some 99% alcohol to get any grease or anything else that's on this tin off. So now I've got that as clean as I'm going to get it, what I'm going to do is sand it very lightly. And this is quite a high grit. This is the 320. And all I'm doing is getting it to have really a key before I varnish it. So I'm using my Let's Resin sander, and as you can see, it's only really roughing it up. It's taking off that glossy edge to it, and that will allow the paint to stick a little bit better. I don't want any higher grit than this, because the last thing I want to do is have scratches that need to be filled in. And now I've got that all sanded down, I'm going to go over it with a baby wipe, and that will help remove any last bits that are on there and get rid of any dust that's on there as well. So I'm ready to spray this now. Now I know it should be white with a red cross on, but oh my goodness me, white, that is a bit boring. So what I'm going to do is do it in this colour metallic. It's like a pinky colour, and I think it'll look much nicer. This is a quick dry and it's got a nice metallic colour to it. Now, whenever you're spraying, especially if you're spraying inside, always wear a mask. Because the last thing you want to be doing is breathing in spray fumes. Also, work in a well-ventilated area. Make sure you've got your doors shut and some windows open and a fan blowing the vapour out of the window. Health always important. Often I spray outside. There's a lot of little flies around at the moment outside because it's so hot. And the last thing I want is for them to be sticking on it. So I'm going to be doing it inside. And I'm going to be doing sweeping, low sweeping spray like that as well. Firstly, though, I am going to... Oh, no, I don't need to cover this because I'm going to put something under it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I've got it balanced on a pot, so it lifts it up from the paper I'm working on. So that's the first layer on there, and I'm going to do the same thing for the lid, let that dry, and then probably give it either 1 or 2 more coats, and then I'll show you how I'm going to do the inside and everything. This is lovely and touch dry now. I wouldn't do anything too rough with it for about 24 hours, because even though it's touch dry, it will take about 24 hours to fully harden. What I'm going to do now is put some felt in the bottom of this. And the reason I'm putting felt in it is so it just doesn't feel like an old biscuit tin when it's being used. I've got some sticky backed felt here. Yep, that's fine. And all I need to do is pull the back off. I'll link it in the description below, so if you want to get hold of any. I use it for so many different things now. It's ridiculous the amount of stuff I use this for. And this isn't going to go anywhere as well once this is down. It's down forever. So there we go, that looks much nicer. And I've also got these bits of card, or actually they're hardboard. And this came with some packaging I bought something a while back, and it had this packaging in it. And of course, like nothing, I ain't going to be throwing anything away. So I'm going to make some dividers in here with this. So all I'm doing is measuring the height of the tin, going across here, Putting a mark here on how high it is, and then joining that up. And now I shall cut that out, and that will go across there at the right height. So I've got all my bits cut out now. These are the 2 lengths to go that way, and I've got 2 lengths to go across. And I want the longer bits to be the ones on the top. So I need to cut out some bits going across here. So firstly I need to find the middle. I know that's 7, so 3.5 going to be the middle there. Yep. 3.5 is going to be the middle there. And then all I need to do is join those up. And then I need to decide how far in from each side I want to go. So this is 26 centimetres. Half of 26 centimetres is 13 centimetres. Because I want this on the top, I've got to cut my grooves out here. Fit this wood. So I've got to cut that out. And I'm going to cut another one out here. So they've got to go. And I'll need to do exactly the same for this. Yep, that's fine. And I'm going to go 3.5 here. There we go. So I need to cut these bits out and those bits out. And that's easy to do. I've got my dividers in now and they work really well. I've done extra holes in case I want to move these around, but I shouldn't do. And now what I want to do is decorate the front and the side of the tin. I've put my stickers on the end there. It says first aid kit. I've put it on both ends because it will go in the cupboard that way. And I've also done one to go on the top. And I'm going to eyeball that, of course. And that just says first aid supplies. I cut this out on my Cricut. If you haven't got a Cricut, you can buy stickers fairly cheap. Or you could just paint it on. And I've done this in white because I think it should have had some white on it, but I just didn't want to do the whole box in white. There we go. And like I said, this is still going hard. It's so hot in here today. It's hand dried already. Look at that. That looks amazing, I think. So even if it's up that way, you'll know it's first aid. And if it's up that way, you'll also know it's first aid. Well, that's all finished now, and it all fits in there really well. And there's no mistaking what that's for. And it packed in there brilliantly. And what I've got in there, I've got some self-seal finger dressings. I've got aluminium blankets in case anyone's cold. I've got triangular bandages, nitrile gloves, several pairs. I've got a burn dressing in case someone gets burnt. I've got a large wound dressing, some very large band-aids or plasters, and then some smaller ones just for little cuts. I've also got some steri strips in case anyone gets a deep cut, some alcohol moisturizer, some sterile moist wipes, micropore tape, safety pins, scissors, 2 different pairs of scissors, and then I've got a thermometer as well. So everything I will need for a sort of minor accident or anything like that. And what I can do is I can take this and put this in the car as well when we go out, and that will be really useful. And it looks so much better than if it would have been just a normal biscuit tin. I love it. I really do. I hope you've enjoyed that project. I think it's really useful, and it's certainly going to make my life easier than having to keep rustling through that cardboard box to find what I need. I love doing little upcycles like this. If you've enjoyed this, check out the one I've got coming up next. That's a really great fun and a great upcycle. Boom that like button, hit that subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your crafting. Take care. Bye.